How encouraging, I guess, is it to see De'Aaron kind of warms up before every game, those 2 games, unable
Yeah,
to go and get him in practice. You see any gradual improvement from him?
yeah. It was good to see him out there. But we still need to make sure he can get through shoot around, and we'll see his warm up tomorrow, and figure out what's going to happen in the game. But it's all anytime a guy is out like that, it's always good to see him back on the floor.
Did last game, did it feel like one of those seasons landmark wins for you guys, given circumstances? Obviously, they had a meeting and all that, and just did it kind of have carry a lot of weight with it?
The meeting was great. I said this before our game, and I even addressed it in my team dinner. Basically, you know, championship level teams, it comes from within. And as a coach, you could take them so far, and you keep pushing them. But sooner or later, it's kind of like your parents. Hey, shut the hell up. But peer pressure, especially on this level. But true, real peer pressure, not to be a bad person or start stuff, but really for the betterment of the group. That's hard for guys to run away from, and if guys can embrace it, not only talking about it, but also receiving it. That's what championship level teams do. Been to 6 finals, with I think three or four different teams, and every team that I was a part of that did it once as a coach, but every team I did our team that did that was a championship level team because it came from the group. It wasn't necessarily me as a head coach in Cleveland or Steve as a head coach in Golden State or Pop as head coach in San Antonio. Players took over the team, and the real stuff started to evolve and happen the right way when they truly believed it and embraced it at the highest level. And so I welcome that meeting. Is it the turning point of the season? I don't know. But I know that this has to be their team at the end of the day for us to really attain true heights.
Like, how do you get them to carry it over and to continue it and not have to be like a once every 2 week thing, or at least something that fades quickly?
So the team meetings don't have to happen
Yeah.
every 2 weeks or every week. It was we have a quiet team naturally, and that's why a guy like Delhi was great for us last year. And a lot of teams have guys like they look at Haslam. Haslam was in Miami forever because he brought more to the table towards the end of his career than just his play. Now he's always a guy that is in great shape and can draw out there at any time. But him being as vocal as he is, and him holding his teammates accountable, and making sure that the standards are always met, no matter game, practice, shoot around, off the all that type of stuff is great. And again, so it's just about them communicating and talking, and me just kind of being out of the way. And that's why the team meeting was great, because I wasn't there. They didn't give me an invite, which is probably one of the first times that I was happy about not getting an invite someplace. My feelings weren't hurt, but now it gives them a chance to look each other in the eye and talk and respond to what this person's saying or that person's saying, and hash it all out. And I don't even really care what they talked about. It's just the fact that they were in the room and they opened up and talked to one another, and that has carried over. You want that to continue, not necessarily in the meeting, but during the game. And it happened during the game. Somebody didn't do something when they were guarding the ball, and we had 2 guys on the bench. That stuff can't happen. That's the BS we were talking about. Boom, boom. And that person bucked up a little bit, said, "You're right," and then play better. So it's always good things when you can have conversation, and sometimes the conversation's heated. I use Malika as a great example. You guys seen it. Sometimes we go back and forth, and in our business, because of the emotions from the game and all that, you can't take nothing personal, and you gotta understand that my teammate, and because I said I'm not excluded, is trying to help me be better. And so I need to take a second to think about it, embrace it, and respond the right way. And so, as I want that type of stuff to continue. But the team meetings, if they want to have more, great. If they don't, great. I don't care. Just keep talking to one another in any and every type of situations and hold each other and yourself accountable, and not just the players, but all of us.
With Deli gone, who is that voice?
Uh, JaVale has been probably the biggest voice, obviously, Trey has stepped up. Malik has stepped up, and then, other guys are more quiet leaders, but you do need, sorry about that, do need guys to step up vocally, as well as, with your play, too.
Coach, what do you think it says about the resiliency of your group, seeing guys like Keon and Davion step up in the absence of Fox? And even in that overtime when Domas fouled out, going with Trey in that final stretch, what do you think it says about the resilience of the group to figure out how to get wins and points of adversity during the game?
I mean, it says a lot, and Keon is probably one of the biggest examples of it, because Keon fought his way into the rotation, played well, started 2 games for us, and a big game we won against Portland, Oklahoma City, and there might have been one more where he started for us. And then not his play didn't do it, but I kind of put him back on the bench, because we had other guys stepping up and playing well. Decision I made, and as a young guy, it can kind of crush you. It can crush your spirit and psyche and all that other stuff. And I threw him out there a couple of games, and he didn't play as well as he did when I threw him out there before. But we went back to him in Minnesota, and he was locked in, and he stepped up the same way he did when he got in rotation and then when he started the 2 games. So for a young guy to have that type of mental toughness, it says a lot about him. But in my opinion, with our team, it says a lot about our team as well, because we as a team have been put in different situations that have shown, i.e. the Denver game right before the break, that have shown that, hey, we are a resilient group. And you need that in this business, because there are too many games, and they're not in a negative way, but there are too many games to take 1 or 2 games off, and then at the end of the day, teams are too good,
Kings, Coach, seeing a lot of steals turning into breakaway dunks or alley oops. Usually De'Aaron is on that other doing that, but in the last game you're seeing people like Malik and Keon doing that. What's your thoughts seeing that? I know how you are about the blocks and the steals and stuff, but it seems like it's becoming the team's identity. That's safe to say.
So I'm okay with steals and blocks, but I want to be a position steal team or a block steal team. And what I mean by that is there are guys that leave their man on the weak side to come to the strong side and swat at the ball just to try to add a block to their stat or make a highlight play. Well, if you go at the wrong time, you're giving up offensive rebounds, you're giving up a dump off, you're giving up a lot on the weak side of the floor just because you're chasing a block. Not only that, when you're chasing a block, there's a chance I'm going to foul you, too. So, which is, if I went vertical and let you run into me, and especially I'm 7 feet, I'll take that opportunity to miss more than you swinging down at the ball, because I know that you're not going to get to the free throw line and you're going to have to take a difficult shot. Same with steals. I've been with guys that go for a lot of steals, and the reality of it is if you attempt to get 6 steals, you might, if you're lucky, you might get 2 of the 6. The other 4, and if I go for a steal and I jump the passing lane and now I'm out of position, now they're 5-on-4 and an advantage on the backside behind me. And so you're putting your teammate at an advantage. So if I keep going for steals and I'm out of position because I'm being, in my opinion, selfish, then our team defense is going to be in trouble. So if you remember Keegan, one of them, we went to double team the post on Keegan still. We went to double team the post, and so we rotated. We kept the bigger guy with the guy that we went to double. The smaller guy went opposite, and we rotated to the next guy. And so you were the next guy on the kick out. Keegan rotated to you, but when he rotated, he just rotated big. He rotated like this. And you just made this pass to James right where my hand is in the pass lane. It wasn't like I did this, because if I did this, you're driving to the hole, and now we're out of position again. But hand in the pass lane gets a position still deflection, and it turns into a dunk on the backside. So if their position steals, if their position blocks, meaning you're in the right position, I'm all for it. But don't go for a block or for a steal that's going to take you out of position and give the offense a 5-on-4 advantage to put your team at a disadvantage. So if we keep doing that, man, it'd be awesome.
Keegan's
Last one, guys.
been in a much better rhythm, it seems like, since coming back out of the break. I'm curious what you've seen out of his game recently.
Nah, it's just him growing as a young guy. I mean, you're right. Every time he steps on the floor, he's probably feeling a little bit more comfortable, and there's a lot of adjustments that all of our guys have to make, especially Keegan, with the amount of pressure that we're putting on him in his second year. And it's, in my opinion, it's just him getting more comfortable every time he steps out there.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
I didn't mean
Coach.
for many credit.
Appreciate the lesson.
Yeah.
I learned some shit. What? I know, he called me strong side.